This is my response to the video asking, how did you find out Santa wasn't real? Well, I'm the youngest of 5 kids, and my sister's closest to me in age is 4 years older than me. And she told me that Santa wasn't real, and she convinced me. She says, Mom and Dad buy all them presents for you, and that's why you don't always get what you want, because they can't afford it, and all this kind of stuff. And she had me convinced, nope, no such thing as Santa. And I was really upset. And when my mom found out my sister told me, she was really mad at my sister. But she came up with a remedy. And Christmas morning, we had opened all our presents and stuff. And I had been asking for a dollhouse, the one with all the furniture and the little family and the little baby that goes in the crib and everything. And my mom kept saying, Beth Ann, we can't afford that gift for you. It costs too much money. I have to get the turkey and the ham and all the food for the Christmas table. And then all your sisters and your brother all get gifts, and then your dad and me as well. And, so you're going to have to settle with some other things that I had gotten for you that are more practical. So Christmas morning, I get up and we open our presents. I got the usual socks and underwear, and I got coloring book and crayons like I did every year. And in the stocking, there was an orange and some candy. And I had gotten like paper dolls from my sisters and just a bunch of little presents that were inexpensive. And my sisters and brother, they all opened their presents too. And then when we're all finished and we're getting ready to go eat lunch, my mom goes, "No, wait a minute. What's that behind the tree?" And she says, "Well, I don't recognize that wrapping paper. I didn't buy wrapping paper like that." So they pull it out and it says, "Wait a minute. It says to Beth Ann from Santa." And she looked at it and she goes, "Bill, did you put that back there?" And to my dad, and "No, I didn't do that." And she looked at my sisters and my brothers, and "I don't know where it came from," they said. So she gives it to me and open it up, and it's the dollhouse. And that happened like when I was 7. I thought there really was a Santa Claus then until I was 10. I mean, it was that one little thing, that one little bit of magic my mom managed to make happen for me. And that, I mean, my older friends, they all thought I was crazy, because when you're 10 years old and still believe in Santa Claus, I mean, come on. And I would tell them the story about the dollhouse. And I actually had some friends that started believing again, because of my story. And I said, "Well, didn't you get something that your parents couldn't afford? It was under your tree." And someone said, "Well, I pretend that I believe for my mom and dad's sake," and that kind of stuff. But then I had a couple of them that were like questioning their doubt. So, later, when my mom discovered that I was 10 and still believed, she explained to me what she did and how that, and why they told me there really was a Santa. It's to help keep that magic in Christmas it also teaches you to have faith in things that you can't see. So that was sort of, that's my story about how I learned that my parents bought me the gifts instead of Santa Claus. But then when I was 10 and she told me the truth, it wasn't so devastating that I thought it was sweet because of all the trouble she went through to keep me believing. And another thing is, we also were told the real story of St. Nicholas. And if you can Google it and look it up, but St. Nicholas was a real person, and he really did do a lot for children. So that's my story of how I found out Santa Claus wasn't who delivered my presents on Christmas morning. So, I don't know how to end this video, so I'll see you later and have a Merry Christmas.